So we're going to briefly talk about Amber Heard because I thought it was...
Sorry, shiver.
Fuck.
Someone just walked over my grave.
Do you believe that?
No.
Because she did post some stuff to her Instagram, so I'm going to read it out. It's not going to be long, just thought keep our viewers in the loop of what's going on. So after a great deal of deliberation, I have made a very difficult decision to settle the defamation case brought against me by my ex-husband in Virginia. It's important for me to say that I never chose this. I defended my truth. Let me just stop right there. There's no my truth. There is the truth. And we all heard...
The one truth.
Yeah, the one truth of what you did. And that truth is that you took a shit in the man's bed. Okay? There's no my truth. The truth is that we heard you on the audio saying those crazy things to Johnny Depp that nobody was going to believe him because he's a man. That is the truth. There is no my truth.
Yeah, it's like you've just gone through a whole court case with a whole bunch of evidence, factual evidence being shown, and you're still going on.
I defended my truth, and in doing so, my life as I knew it was destroyed. That's because you lied. The vilification I have faced on social media is an amplified version of the ways in which women are re-victimized when they come forward. You're doing a massive disservice to women that are victims, because Johnny Depp was the victim in this case, and we all heard what happened.
I just can't believe that she's still trying to play victim. It's absolutely bizarre to me.
I just look, just take your L and go home. Just take your L. Look, we all saw it happen. I understand people are coming for you online every day. This is why I said to you, whilst I wouldn't advise this to any other woman, the only way you're going to make any real money now, if you're not cut from Aquaman 2 and some crazy person decides to cast you in something, which I doubt anyone's going to go watch other than the psychos that are supporting you, is make an OnlyFans. You'll make some money doing that. I guarantee you, you will. Because for all the shitty things you've done and the crappy person that we know you to be, you still have your looks. So if you want to fall back on that, you can. There are going to be some people that like being spoken to like a piece of shit, so you can simulate what you did to Johnny Depp for some money.
Yeah, did you know, just not to digress, but you know I love digressing. I saw a post before that said that symmetrically or something, the way her face structure is supposed to be the most beautiful. She's got the most beautiful face in the world.
I mean, yeah, like if someone said to me that I think Amber Heard is the most beautiful woman in the world, I wouldn't object. I mean, obviously, everyone's got their own idea of what the most beautiful woman is in the world, but this is a clear-cut case of somebody so beautiful can be so disgusting and ugly. There's nothing about her that would attract me to her anymore. Her personality is so vile, and her behavior was so egregious that her beauty is just out the window. It's out the window. All I see is a monster when I look at her. And she set women back so far. Now I finally have an opportunity to emancipate myself from something I attempted to leave over 6 years ago on terms I can agree to. I have no admission that this is not an act of concession. There are no restrictions or gags with respect to my voice moving forward. I make this decision having lost faith in the American legal system. It's alright, not many people have faith in it anyway, so you're not alone there. Where my unprotected testimony served as an entertainment and social media fodder. I mean, it was entertainment because of how much you lied and how much you got exposed. If you hadn't lied, it wouldn't have been as entertaining to watch Johnny Depp get what he deserved. You did this to yourself. When I stood before a judge in the UK, I was vindicated by a robust, impartial and fair system where I was protected from having to give the worst moments of my testimony in front of the world's media, and where the court found that I was subjected to domestic and sexual violence. In the US, however, I exhausted almost all my resources in advance of and during a trial in which I was subjected to a courtroom in which abundant direct evidence that corroborated my testimony was excluded, and in which popularity and power mattered more than reason and due process. In the interim, I was exposed to a type of humiliation that I simply cannot relive. Even if my US appeal is successful, the best outcome would be a retrial where a new jury would have to reconsider the evidence again. I simply cannot go through that for a third time. Well, I can assure you that we all can. So if you want to play that game, I'm sure people are going to be happy to watch Johnny Depp dunk on you again. The problem with this is that there is overwhelming evidence that suggests that what you did was abusive to Johnny Depp. And like I said, nobody is completely innocent in this. For the most part, he was telling the truth because the audio was not doctored. You did do those crazy things. You did take a shit in the man's bed. And you did say, nobody's going to believe you, Johnny. after you had struck the guy. You can hear him on video saying not to hit you. Please not to hit me. And you're there saying, oh, man up, this, that, and the other. Like, you're a piece of shit. Just hold your L.
You know what? This is it. Somebody in our TikTok comments actually wrote something saying the way she was talking to him in the video, you can tell that's not a victim of domestic violence, because if she was a victim, she would not be talking to somebody who's such an aggressor like that and risk getting battered even worse, or there was no fear in her voice. So that person was talking straight facts there, and I really don't know how she can play victim when everything is in black and white, like it's just there.
Time is precious, and I want to spend my time productively and purposefully. For too many years, I have been caged in an arduous and expensive legal process, which has shown itself unable to protect me and my right to free speech. I cannot afford to risk an impossible bill, one that is not just financial, but also psychological, physical, and emotional. Women shouldn't have to face abuse or bankruptcy for speaking her truth, but unfortunately, it is not uncommon. Again, there is no speaking your truth. There is speaking the truth, and that is it. If you did go through something that was along the lines of domestic and sexual violence, then that would be the truth. It wouldn't be your truth. It would be your experience. The truth is you went through it and you experienced it, but that's not what happened. You lied and you got caught, and that is the truth. And that is the only truth that anybody needs to wrestle with, most of all you.
Do you know what? You're just making yourself look worse by the more you keep carrying things on as well.
Yeah, just hold your L. You got caught red-handed. Everybody saw it.
You know, sometimes things happen, yeah? Like bad things might happen to someone, and then it's the most talked about thing, and then people forget about it after a week. Like the excitement dies down, and then there's new gossip or new drama or new trending things. And it's like, not that everyone will ever forget Amber Heard and what she's done in the court case, but no one's talking about it anymore. But she's keeping people talking about it and talking negatively about her. But the more she keeps doing, she just keeps reminding people of it all.
Yeah, I mean, for your career, I would say that you've dunked on it enough that even if you don't talk about it, it's probably never going to return to what it was. But for public perception, you're making this worse.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Just shut up and take your L. That's all you got to do. Pay Johnny his money and just take your L.
I think that's the problem. She doesn't want to pay, right?
Yeah, of course. She's not going to want to pay her ex-husband who she spoke shit about, and he got his comeuppance, and she's been exposed. Like, she's the villain in this, and
we
Johnny's
all make
the hero.
our life choices.
Yeah. As the Green Goblin would say,
we are who we choose to be. Now choose!
In settling this case, I am also choosing the freedom to dedicate my time to the work that helped me heal after my divorce. Work that exists in realms in which I feel seen, heard, and believed, and in which I know I can affect change. So you're basically going to just hang around with a bunch of people that completely deny the truth, which, to be honest with you, in this day and age, wouldn't be hard to find. I will not be threatened, disheartened, or dissuaded by what happened from speaking the truth. No one can and no one will take that from me. My voice forever remains the most valuable asset I have. I would say that your voice is what got you in this mess. If you had kept your mouth shut and you didn't say those crazy things to Johnny Depp for him to record you, you wouldn't be here right now. If you are in Aquaman 2, can guarantee you that film is not going to do as well. People will actively not watch it because of what you did. I don't think people understand how many people were paying attention to this court trial. It was insane. It was the most talked about thing for like a month or something. Like, just every day, what's going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. People built YouTube channels. Whole YouTube channels were built off of this court trial. So people are well aware, and even people that weren't watching it every day. I walked in and my mum, who I never see watching TV, had the TV on, had her food ready to watch what's going to happen next. I couldn't believe it. And I was watching it through, I never used to watch this guy, but his name was Asmongold, some YouTuber, and he was putting up the clips.
Yeah.
And I was just watching them through his channel, and
I mean,
people just built entire careers off it.
Yeah, I watched most of it through TikTok because everyone was always posting like the best bits, and then a lot of people were making like memes from it as well. Like,
yeah, it was
that's
crazy.
how I knew what was going on.
And she closes in saying, any survivor knows that the ability to tell their story often feels like the only relief, and I cannot find enough words to tell you the hope your belief in me inspires, not just for me, but for all of you. Thank you. See you soon. Yeah, but the problem is that Johnny's the survivor here. That's the problem. You're not the survivor. You're the abuser. Okay, and trying to use the fact that you're a woman and the fact that other women have been abused by men as your talking point is actually pretty shameful, because there are plenty of women out there that are the victims of domestic violence and you're trampling on them. because you can't hold your L. So I just wanted to read that to you guys. I don't have much more to say about it. It's more waffle from Amber Heard. She just can't accept the fact that she got caught red-handed. And I think this should be a lesson to everyone. Don't think that you're going to get away with something just because you're the woman in the situation. And don't put your hands on your partner and then lie about it. Because if you get caught, you're going to look like a moron, like Amber Heard. She has done irreparable damage. She will never recover from this. She will never recover from this. There's no amount of money that she can give to charities to recover from this. She might donate to charities. She might do a lot of good things. And that's great. I won't shit on someone for donating to a charity and changing the lives of somebody that is less fortunate. But in the eyes of the public, you will always be the person that lied and tried to ruin Johnny Depp's career. And even if you do nice things for other people, people always remember you this way. Because like I said, people were paying more attention to this than anything. I have not seen people pay that much attention to anything in a long, long time.